The most dangerous weapon is not a gun, it's not a knife, it's silence. Hello, my name is Angine Moss, and I'm here to share with you that secrets, family secrets, is the #1 killer to families. Not a gun, not a knife, but family secrets. Those secrets that eat at you and take away from the unity of the family. Many people want to know, Angine, why is that such an issue for you? I'm a survivor of childhood sexual trauma, and I kept it a secret for a very long time. And in the midst of keeping that secret, it took me through some very, very trying times. Meaning, I was a teen mom. I was running away from home. I was in the streets doing all kinds of things. And it just led to a dysfunctional cycle in my life. I had no hopes or dreams. I almost, didn't finish high school. I dropped out in the 11th grade and someone came and said, go back to school. But then at an early age of maturity, after therapy, I decided to go about and get therapy to help me understand what I'm going through and what I was going through at that time for the family as well. And in the process of getting therapy, I discovered I can help. I started a nonprofit organization, Hosanna for Youth, which is for those who've been impacted by incest, molestation, rape, human trafficking, or domestic violence. And once I started that organization, I felt like I found my purpose. And I didn't feel alone anymore. When I very first started the organization, I met a young man. He was about 15 at the time. He hadn't told his family about his sexual abuse by a cousin. The young man, he disclosed that he had been molested by a cousin from the age of 4 all the way up to the age of 11. He was acting out in school, something I was very familiar with. At that moment, I felt as if he was I or I was him. And I told him, you do the work and I'm gonna help you so that you don't have to end up in a space where your past is haunting you now. And he said, okay. And I went through the process with him, letting him learn to re-love himself, letting him learn that he was a child, he was a victim, letting him learn that he can change how he responds to what happened to him. That young man is 26 years old right now. He's a graduate of college. And every time he sees me, he says, Miss Angine, thank you. And I'm like, I didn't do the work, you did. See, a lot of times victims don't know that they don't have to let their trauma take control of them. You are in control because you got to take back your power. Every time we're silent, we give that perpetrator the tools to continue to destroy others. Sometimes you have to put on your cape and say it's going to stop here, right now. Not only do Hosanna deals with the family, we deal with not only the victim, the family, but we deal with the community too. Because every time we change a life, we're helping that person re-engage in the community as a viable person, a viable structure, mentally able to withstand the dynamics of whatever they may face coming on. With this diverse population in Miami-Dade, we have to constantly be learning not just the language, but the culture. So we have team members that go in, learn, and try to understand the culture so we could better communicate with what's happening in those dynamics. We take time to learn other nonprofits in our community that deals with other issues. We collaborate in a huge essence to give that victim wraparound services so that they have not only something for sexual abuse, they have something for the addiction of the mother. They have something that, someone that's there to provide services for grieving. We connect with the community as a whole to give the family structure what they need so that everybody in the house can start from afresh and become more together, unified. This bear that I have, I call this my survivor bear. This bear is a symbol of our nonprofit organization. When I meet a survivor, I take my bear off. I give them a hug to show them I'm here and I support them, and I pin them. That right there allows people who are in the community to feel seen, to feel heard, to know they got a place of support. Since 2007, Hosanna for Youth has served over 2,500 families. The work doesn't stop there. We're continually being met with someone who's suffering in silence, whether they're youth or adults. This cycle needs to be broken, and I need your help. Hosanna needs your help. The survivor really needs your help. Here's one thing I can say you can help me with. Of course, we need funds. Funds are always the top of the list. But just to have you partner with us and provide your skill set will be a second. The other, you can come and help us broaden our reach. You can come into our organization and take a place and say, you know what? I'm going to stand beside her as support and allow my resources to help bring them along where they need to go. Oh, it's more than just money, but money is first. We can use it because we have persons that mentally are going through so much. So think about Hosanna when you think about giving. Think about the child when you think about giving. Silence is dangerous. But with support, it gives you a voice that's so loud that you feel free, you feel re-engaged, you feel healed. That's what every survivor that walks through our door leaves feeling like. That's amazing. Healing starts within. When you break the silence, you create transformation. And with transformation come a newer healing version of yourself. Come on, use your voice. Use it boldly, freely, and loud. Let's stand together and say no more family secrets.